Carrying on the theme from yesterday of reviewing Dutch theme parks, today we are going to be reviewing the Efteling. Okay, so hello there everyone and welcome back once again to the Theme Park Jack YouTube channel. Day 8 today of Festive Park Jack, and yeah, it's going really well so far, and today we're going to be reviewing the Efteling. So yeah, just reviewing some of the theme parks that I've been to over the course of the year, and the Efteling is by far one of the best. This could potentially be one of my favourite theme park in the world. It is absolutely fantastic. It's between here and Phantasialand. Which, yeah, I really don't know, but I'll have to come up with a list and make a future video on that. But yeah, it is an absolutely extraordinary theme park. I mean, you know, awesome, the whole place of it. So let's just start with how it started. So prices to get in there. So the current rate is about €40 to get in during the high season, which I think is absolutely fair enough. Again, I mean, for what you're getting here, you are definitely getting, you're going to have an action-packed day full of doing rides and stuff. It just never stops, the amount that they've got to do there. You know, whether you're a non-rider and don't want to go on much of the full ride, you know, it's full of, you know, gentle boat rides and dark rides and stuff. And, you know, if you are into the thrilling rides, then that's absolutely fine. And yeah, they have got a big selection of some great roller coasters, including Joris en de Draak, which is a Julian GTI wooden coaster, which is absolutely insane. The airtime you get on that thing is just crazy. Then there's Bob, which is a great ride. It is unfortunately closed now, but when I went on it, I did really enjoy it. And next year, it's actually getting replaced by two Julian family coasters called Max and Moritz. And yeah, so that's going to be new for next year. So it's good to see that they are adding some new rides to the park. However, I did really enjoy Bob, and it is a shame it's going. However, I can see why it went, because whenever it rained, the ride did have to close because it is a bobsleigh coaster, and it has been there for years. I mean, I think it was the 1980s when this was built. So yeah, so my favourite ride there would be Joris. Why not Baron 1898, the B&M dive coaster? Because that was actually unfortunately closed when I went there. Now, Efteling is open 365 days a year, so whenever you want to go, is it open? The answer is always yes, which is great. Problem being though is that of course you have got to do ride maintenance, so don't do what we did and went and booked tickets for the Efteling the day before Baron 1898, the main ride there, reopens. Yeah, don't do what we did. Go online and check the ride maintenance calendar, then you can make sure that you're going to get on all the major rides when you go there. There will always usually be something shut because they're doing maintenance year round, but obviously just make sure it's not one of the major rides that you're really wanting to go for. It was a shame that Baron 1898 was closed, but to say we had such a fantastic time and it's one of my favourite theme parks without going on Baron 1898, then you can only imagine how much I'd like it even more if I did get a chance to go on that ride. So yeah, definitely something to note there. So the park is located in a place called Catchevel, something like that. I don't speak Dutch, as you can tell, but yeah, it was very easy to get to though. Again, just along the motorway, a couple of miles off the motorway if I remember right, and the car park is right next to the theme park entrance. You've got nothing to worry about there. You do have to pay to park there. It is, I think it's something like €13. However, if you did what we did and we actually stayed on site at the Lunchland Hotel, then you do actually get free car parking, and you cannot buy it all in a bundle where you will get theme park access as well, and you can also make use of early ride time. We get access to some rides early. Those include Vogel Rock, which is the awesome indoor roller coaster. That was another awesome ride there. And there is also, you get access to Bob, or you did before that shut. So I'm assuming you might get access to Max and Moritz early next year. And you're also getting access early to Fata Morgana as well, which is an awesome indoor boat ride. I actually put a YouTube video, a POV of that on just a few days ago. So after you've watched this, go and watch that and you can see what an awesome ride that really is. So yeah, we've covered all that. What I also want to mention in terms of the attractions is just how it's very broad, the range of stuff there. This is definitely a family park, and as I was saying earlier, there is obviously the more junior rides and indoor dark rides and stuff, and there is a big selection of family rides as well, along with the thrill coasters too. So every member in the family, there is something to do for them to do there as well, and they do also have a train. Yeah, the theming around it is very magical. It's not so much actually split into different themed lands. It's just, you know, nicely in the forest, like themed music playing as you're walking around. Then each ride has its own theme that you walk up to. Now, I've heard people reviewing it in the past and saying that they don't like that, but I actually don't mind it at all. I do. Like, you know, the whole park is themed. It's just like, you know, has kind of like, you know, themed music playing and stuff, and then each ride has its kind of own like particular theme around that goes off from there. So it is definitely a theme park, there's no doubt about that. Let's just talk about the food now. And the food, well, the food inside the theme park was really good. So we actually went to, I think it was called the Octopus restaurant or something like that, just on that main street when you go in, not far from where Bob was actually. And yeah, you can go in there, and they sell a range of food in there. You can buy your normal theme park stuff as well, but a lot of the food there is a bit more, it's not so much kind of like burgers and pizza, it is a bit more varied there, which isn't a problem at all. So they do stuff like paninis and stuff like that. You've got soup, sandwiches, all your kind of usual stuff like that, pies and stuff. If I remember right, I think they have got all that stuff there as well. They've definitely got cakes and things like that. And then they also have more kind of like sit-down meals as well. So they have a Dutch pancakes house there as well, along with other stuff too. If you are staying in the Luchland Hotel, lovely hotel, very good value for money, absolutely amazing. The room was great, it was clean, it was well themed, all that, it was good. But don't eat in the hotel restaurant. That is somewhere that we were really underwhelmed about. I mean, it cost an absolute fortune to go in there. Hence, there were only 2 lots of people in there. There was us and this other group just over the way from us. And yeah, it wasn't great. I will be honest, it wasn't great at all. I was quite disappointed by it, to be honest. The prices were over the top. The food wasn't great. I mean, there was 2 lots of people in there, right? There was one waiter between the 2 of us, and I mean, our burgers that we had they were just left under the grill for ages. I mean, they put them out there all fresh, and he was too busy talking to the other group, the waiter. I mean, he was having a good conversation with them for what must have been like half an hour, and our burgers were literally just left there, and it was really annoying because by the time that they were brought over, they were they were like just hard. They just weren't nice at all. So yeah, not a fan of that, to be honest. But the on-park food is great, but if you stay in the hotel, I wouldn't dine in the restaurant there if I were you, from our experience. So there we go then, that is my review of the Efteling. What an absolutely fantastic park it really is. Definitely give it a visit. It is one of the top theme parks that I've ever been to, maybe even the best, I really don't know. It's just an all-round great park. The staff are absolutely lovely. Even though you know, like, English isn't the first language, they can all speak English, and it is absolutely brilliant. I mean, they'll start speaking Dutch to you, and you'll literally just say hello to them, and they'll just start speaking in English straight away. That is something that I found so great in the Netherlands, is that everyone speaks English, fluent English as well, and it just made it really easy there. And yeah, the staff were really nice, really convenient, and really helpful as well. So thank you very much for watching today's video. Give Efteling a visit, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Goodbye.